Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to our cum laude ceremony. May I please ask that you place your phones on silent for the duration of the assembly. May I ask that you please stand for the arrival of the official party. Today we'll be singing the national anthem accompanied by the brass ensemble.
Good morning, everyone. Please take a seat. Good morning to parents and guests, staff and students, and to those watching the live stream this morning. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the school's 24th Annual Cum Laude Assembly. I would like to make a special welcome to our guest speaker this morning, past grammarian from 1997, Miss Sally McCutcheon. In her final year at Townsville Grammar School, Miss McCutcheon was captain of the school. Currently, Miss McCutcheon is based here in Townsville, where she is an associate with legal firm Wilson Ryan Gross. Miss McCutcheon will be welcomed more formally in a few moments, but I would like to thank her for being here with us today, and I'm very much looking forward to her presentation. Our first semester results have recently been reported, and this morning we acknowledge 136 junior school and middle school students for their academic achievement. We work hard at Townsville Grammar School to provide an environment that in every way possible enables students to make the most of their time and their opportunities. As a result of this, each and every student here, and especially those who we are acknowledging today, are beneficiaries of a wonderful educational foundation. Education is changing rapidly. New theories, new technologies, new practices are all transforming the way we teach and the way we learn, just as the world of employment and the face and structure of society are being reshaped in new and emerging ways. How do we ensure that we're responding appropriately in what we offer, in the way in which we provide and consume education? Resources and facilities are certainly one way of responding. And at TGS, we are constantly seeking to develop our resources and our facilities to ensure that we provide access to the best environment for studying. But this is only one part of the model for success. Equally important is the effective maintenance of what we already have. And one of the very valuable things that we already have and that we aspire to keep in the best possible condition is a culture of all-round liberal education. Townsville Grammar School aims to be a community where people from a range of different academic backgrounds come together to learn together and to support one another. That's also our desired outcome. That's how we want our students to behave and be recognised when they leave school and move into broader society. The outcomes we want, in other words, extend beyond academic achievement. We are concerned to maintain our standing as a community where what we might call humane values are recognised and realised. These humane values centre around the notions of personal dignity, personal integrity, and respect for self and others. Schools are communities of action, achievement, and mutual support, but they are also communities based on the recognition of the dignity and diversity of the gifts of each of its members. Townsville Grammar School aspires to be a community where independence of thought and action are respected, where the things of the mind are taken seriously, where we can expect to see a genuine interest in and commitment to people's chosen disciplines. That is one of the things we're explicitly honouring here today. A liberal education is an education conducted in a spirit of free inquiry, undertaken without concern for topical relevance or vocational utility. It heightens students' awareness of the human and natural worlds they inhabit. It makes them more reflective about their beliefs and choices, more self-conscious and critical of their presuppositions and motivations, more creative in their problem solving, more perceptive of the world around them, and more able to inform themselves about the issues that arise in their lives personally, professionally, and socially. A liberal education is a preparation for the rest of life. The subjects that you study, and as importantly, the skills and habits of mind that you acquire in the process, shape the lives you will lead after you leave school. All of you, regardless of what subject you study at school and what career or careers you choose, all of you will be citizens, and as such will be helping to make decisions that will affect the lives of others. All of you will engage with the forces of change, cultural, political, demographic, technological, and environmental. All of you will have to assess truth claims, interpret cultural expressions, and confront ethical dilemmas in your personal lives and your professional lives. The education that you receive here equips you with the tools to face these challenges in an informed, thoughtful, and ultimately successful and productive way. A healthy system of education offers many rewards, scientific discoveries, eventual and even unforeseen applications, thoughtful political leadership, intelligent public debate, cultural vitality, and an educated workforce. Learning serves several goals in coordination, goals that are mutually reinforcing. What we are celebrating today is not only the success of some of our outstanding students, we are also celebrating the continued vitality of our commitment to education in its fullest and richest sense. This morning we have the opportunity to acknowledge the students in years 5 to 9 who performed at the highest academic levels throughout semester 1. I offer my congratulations to not only the awardees, but I extend my sincere thanks to those who provide significant assistance to the students as well, parents, families, and school staff, who do so much to ensure that students here today are able to achieve their very best. Congratulations to all. Thank you.
Good morning, special guests, Mr. Kelly, official party, parents, teachers, and fellow students. My name is Sarah Jacob, and as your school captain, I am honored to have been given the opportunity to introduce our guest speaker for our ceremony. Today, as a past grammarian, Miss Sally McCutcheon returns to the school to enlighten us with her words of wisdom and insight into life beyond high school. Born in Perth, then moving to Adelaide and then Dolby, Sally subsequently arrived in Townsville with her family in 1992. As the sister to Tom and Claire, the three attended TGS, with Sally making her mark from 1992 to 1997. Throughout her schooling at Townsville Grammar, Sally was a well-rounded, committed student who was heavily immersed in the co-curricular charters of the school. Just to mention a few of her extensive accomplishments, she was a member of the Student Council, the Community Relations Committee, a Lions Youth of the Year, and a Stedford entrant. Furthermore, Sally enjoyed performing in the school's production of Gilbert and Sullivan's HMS Pinafore. In her final year particularly, Sally represented the black and gold in netball, softball, water polo, and swimming. Wow. Not surprisingly, she was elected to the role of school captain in 1997, which interestingly was the final year of Mr. Paul being the headmaster, before Mr. Fairley joined in 1998. For our year 5 to 6 students, this was also the year that the junior school campus at Annandale opened its doors. The main quad at North Ward also saw the erection of sails and redesign of the layout, as seen today. Beyond her classroom years, Sally completed a series of tertiary education degrees. In 2000, she graduated from Queensland University of Technology with a Bachelor of Arts. Subsequently, from 2003 to 2005, she resided in Edinburgh and Dublin. As she returned to Townsville, she also graduated from James Cook University with a Bachelor of Law in 2008. The following year, Sally was successful in being admitted as a solicitor and commenced her employment with Wilson Ryan Gross Lawyers. In 2009, Sally wedded her husband Ian, or as we know him, Dr. Fakeney, and became the mother of her sons Hamish and Patrick. Whilst also having achieved Certificate 4 in Work Health and Safety from Polytech West, Sally also pursues her passion in dramatic arts as the president of Theatre I&Q. She has performed 6 shows with them since 2011. So as a past grammarian, mother, wife, and accomplished solicitor, can we please give a warm welcome to Miss Sally McCutcheon as she makes her way to the lectern.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly. And Sarah, you've been doing some research. Softball? I actually have no recollection of that at all, but excellent. That was a nice trip down memory lane. Firstly, can I say congratulations to all of you who are being recognised for your efforts today. These ceremonies didn't exist in my day, and I think it is so terrific that your consistent high achievement is being noted and you're taking the time out to reflect on that today. And I have no doubt that your diligence and your discipline will serve you well. So as Sarah has already researched and done such a good job at explaining who I am to you, I attended grammar from halfway through year 7 in 1992 until when my family moved here to Townsville, until I graduated from year 12 at the end of 1997. It mostly feels like a million years ago since I was a student here, sitting in the gym, going to my own assemblies, as you are now. But then again, sometimes I catch up with my grammar friends, and it somehow feels like no time has passed at all. There's something really indescribably lovely about those long-term friendships that stretch back to a shared school experience. I still have wonderful friendships from the people I met here at Grammar, and now have the really surreal experience of having our children form friendships too. So one of the things I remember most vividly from my time at school was my involvement in the school productions. They were totally absorbing and of such high quality. They were a terrific learning experience, and they were a really awesome opportunity to connect with people from different year levels through that shared adventure on the wondrous ride. When I was at school, drama was headed up by Glenys Perry, and she was a wonderful mentor and support. I was here when the PA space was built, and it seemed very cutting edge and exclusive at that time. I also attended drama lessons with Fiona Perry outside of school in the years before she became a teacher here, and I relished any opportunity to perform. Drama was an absolute passion of mine, and I went on to study a Bachelor of Drama at QUT in Brisbane after I finished school. In some ways, it was a little bit controversial of me to make a decision to go and pursue a drama degree after school. I had done quite well academically and faced the inevitable questions about why I wasn't choosing something more academic as a career. Fortunately for me, my parents were wholeheartedly supportive of me making my own choice and following the path that excited me, which is what I did. I loved university and I loved living in Brisbane. Studying drama was an opportunity for me to surround myself with like-minded people and focus on what I was really passionate about. After I finished my degree, I stayed living in Brisbane for 2 years, and as is typical in the arts industry, I juggled a whole range of jobs. I got a job teaching drama in an extracurricular setting for young children. I also worked as a costumed entertainer, balloon modelling and face painting my way around corporate events and balloon and birthday parties. I did some work supporting people with disabilities to participate in the arts, and also, wonderfully, I worked as a professional actor. I then got itchy feet, and I donned a backpack and headed out into the world to explore. Hopefully, by the time you are old enough to consider doing something similar, the world will have opened up again. I spent 2.5 years living and travelling in Europe. I was primarily based in Edinburgh and then for about 6 months in Dublin. I enjoyed trips to as many places as I could find. Those years were not focused on career building or any particularly defined plan, but I learnt so much and I experienced so many things. I met wonderful people, and I'm definitely a more rounded person for those years and as a result of that time. I then returned to Australia with no money and even less of a plan. I came back to Townsville and lobbed in on my parents while I regrouped. I had come to the difficult realisation that although I loved the performing arts, it was not, in fact, the right career choice for me. I had learnt more about myself by that time and realised that I really value stability and security. Not exactly conducive to an acting career. I reviewed my priorities in my mid-20s, and again, backed by awesome parents, who enthusiastically supported my new plan, I returned to university. Second time round, I ended up studying law at JCU. I've always loved words and enjoy the power and beauty of language. I also have a strong sense of justice. I am a middle child, after all. And I have volunteered for organisations like the Red Cross and the Amnesty International since I've been a teenager. So law seemed a logical fit with my skills and interests and would also offer a regular paycheck. I've now been employed as a solicitor at Wilson Ryan Gross for a bit over a decade. Initially, I worked in family law, but after having children of my own, I didn't want to return to work full-time, and that's quite tricky in that area of law. So then I transitioned, or pivoted before it was cool to do so, into industrial relations, which is where I remain. My interests in the law is perhaps more measured than my passion for the arts, but it's been a very rewarding career so far and allows me to assist both employers and employees to navigate our workplace laws. My work is quite varied and covers workplace bullying, sexual harassment, workplace policies, work health and safety, contracts, unfair dismissals, redundancies, and lots of other things. As of last week, I currently find myself seconded to a health organisation to help them to restructure their HR department. I'm blessed with supportive bosses who understand that I want to continue to prioritise my family by working part-time, and that I have a life outside of work that's important to me too. A big part of my outside of work life is my involvement with Theatre Inc. It's a local, semi-professional theatre company. I'm sure some of you would have attended Theatre Inc. productions in the past. We've also had quite a few brilliant ex-grammar students join our Bridge Project training program after they have completed their studies, which always makes me very proud, and no doubt some of them would be familiar to you too. Probably our most well-known event is the Shakespeare Under the Stars that takes place in Queen's Gardens each September. We are currently rehearsing this year's show, the final part of a trilogy telling the story of the Wars of the Roses, called Blood Will Have Blood. It's extremely grim, there's murders right from the start. It'll be the 7th show I have performed in for Theatre Inc. since I got involved with them in 2011. I've also been the president of their management committee since 2018. That is very much the less visible and much less exciting part of being involved in a theatre company. But I still feel so proud that I'm able to use my skills to ensure our company is professionally and ethically and innovatively run. In preparing for today, I was trying to think of what on earth I could say that might be of interest to you, or probably more what I would have actually wanted to hear back when I was in your position sitting in the Assembly Hall. I think I would have liked to hear some reassurance that it's okay not to know what you want to do when your time at Grammar ends. Or even if you do know, that it's okay not to know what might come next or how it's going to unfold. I was lucky when I was at school in that I was quite confident about my decision to study drama after school and pursue a career in the performing arts. Even though I'm no longer paid to work in that field, I don't regret the choice to study drama or pursue that dream for a while. I loved it, and the experience, knowledge and skills that I gained during that time continue to inform my work and my involvement with Theatre Inc., even though it's no longer my day job. I'm a firm believer that everything we experience is of value, even if it's not part of a clear, linear path in one direction. Around the time I was finishing school, a lot of people started talking about how people would probably have several careers during their lifetime. That was a bit of a shift from what the expectation held by previous generations, where for a lot of people, the job they got after they finished school or after they finished university was the one they ended up retiring from, or at the very least, they would have stayed in the same industry. That prediction has turned out to be true for me and for lots of other people I know, including my husband, who didn't become a teacher until after he had done his master's, worked on oil rigs, done his PhD, and been an environmental consultant. And for me, it's been really positive to have those varied experiences. I would have found it really difficult to be a family law lawyer fresh out of uni at 21 years old. And I think my clients would have found it pretty difficult to take advice from me about their parenting arrangements. I like that I've done some different things, that I know people from lots of walks of life with different perspectives. And that quite often, unexpectedly, I find that the knowledge and skills gained in one aspect of my life become valuable in another area too. So I guess my message is don't ever feel you've wasted your time in learning something new. And don't feel that it matters if you don't continue to follow in that direction, even if in the end you decide you're going to change course. For me, life is the sum of our experiences and relationships, not a race to get to a finish line. Enjoy the journey, and don't be afraid of a few detours.
Thank you, Sally. It's my pleasure to present our youngest Cum Laude recipients this morning from Year 5 and Year 6. Year 5, Saravi Pandey, Aditya Patnaik, Angus Reddy, Sharika Senthil, Ayesha Sentharan, and Jay Singh. Please join with me in congratulating Year 5. Year 6, Priya Anand, Annabelle Brown, Kalia Birch, Rasika Chowdhury, Annika Shavan, Ted Costello, Lily Foreman, David Gollidge, Achuthan Ilamarugu, Maisha Jane, Magella Jerome, Min Jeong Kim, Ethan Kwa, Poppy Morris, Tushana Loveday, Vivan Puri, Julia Richardson, Danelli Sandaniaki, Abhij A. Tripathi, Clara Wynne. Let's congratulate Grade 6.
Good morning, Mr Kelly, special guests, Ms Sally McCutcheon, members of the board, colleagues, parents, cum laude award winners and students. We have successfully navigated through first semester of 2021 without class disruption this year, which is something we haven't been able to do since 2018. During this time, the award winners have remained focused, set high standards, worked consistently and with perseverance, and are today being recognised for their efforts. Congratulations, and I'm delighted to see so many of you continuing to perform at the highest level in your academic studies at school. I'd also like to encourage the rest of the students in the school, those receiving awards today or not, to continue working towards your personal best. Our Year 7 Cum Laude Award winners: Charlotte Bell, Sophia Blanco Boyle, Jack Dempsey, Noah Kuravath, Advet Sadhu, please congratulate our Year 7 Cum Laude Award winners. Year 8 Cum Laude Award winners: Sharava Ahuja, Clementine Allen, Joel Brandy, Harry Bunday, Cody Collins, Clara Cumming, Abhishek Dasgupta, Rohan Hazratswala, Jackson Humphrey, Matthew Lai, Miles Siegel, William Smith, Ava Verzelletti. Please congratulate our Year 8 Cum Laude Award winners. Year 9 Cum Laude Award winners. Kingsley Cameron, Ludovine Gray, Mia Hira, Nina Jerome, Bodie Johnston, Eleanor Locke, Anaru Malia, Emily Moore, Vivian Rur, Marianthi Theodosio, Johansi Vimalash. Please congratulate our Year 9 Cum Laude Award winners.
Good morning, Mr. Kelly, Ms. McCutcheon, special guests, members of the community. This morning I'm delighted to present the musical item. It is being performed by our brass ensemble. Under the direction of Dr. Mark Smith, they will perform All You Need Is Love by John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Please welcome Grammar Brass Ensemble.
Magna Cum Laude Award winners from Year 7. Harry Baxter, Noah Boggold, Siddharth Gotham, Esther Harris, Layla Horsington, Grace King, Harper McInnes, Benjamin Parsons, Grace Salzer, Joshua Sori. Please congratulate our Magna Cum Laude Award winners. Year 8, Abdullah Elit Mum, Olivia Arnaboldi, Audrey Barch, Jenna Curtis, Eleanor Howard, Erin Maidment, Chow Hee Moon, Christopher Taylor, Emma Warren, our Magna Cum Laude Award winners in Year 8. Year 9, Yamindi Bandara, Christian DeJersey, Maxwell Hanks, Grace Harding, Nicola Hitchcock, Min Young Oh, India Pelling, Timothy Josiah Rono, Kate Rose, Ina Singh. Please congratulate our Year 9 Magna Cum Laude Award winners. Maxima Cum Laude Award winners in Year 7. Sophie Andrews, Bridget Boyle, Luke Broadfoot, Ranu Khanna, Chloe Langtree, James Nugent, Ashmitha Prabhaharan, Shreya Runabat, Larissa Wagale Kumbere, Ashni Wirasiria, Heidi Zahn, Please congratulate our Maxima Cum Laude Award winners. Year 8 award winners: Matilda Arnold, Sally Broad, Oscar Caniato, Matilda Costello, Ruby Ironside, Maria Kerwin, Isha Melgan, Sarah Marshman, Ruby Menzies, Zara Moller, Gemma Morris, Isabella Morris, Rohan Nalavde, Arjun Nigam, Kritika Ponangi, Harini Ramesh, Anjali Rao, Vienne Richardson, Sophia Shaw, please congratulate Year 8 Maxima Cum Laude Award winners. Year 9 Maxima Cum Laude Award winners: Kieran Bartlett, Amali Birch, Poppy Costello, Alyssa Curtis, Jonathan Davis, Yasmin Eaton, Ned Fairley, Helena Fon, Naomi Kutash, Ruby Lane, Freya McManus, Ted Muller, Jasmine Masumba, Asha Patel, Carissa Russalam, James Russalam, Ashna Sabason, Charlotte Toe. Please congratulate our Year 9 Maxima Cum Laude Award winners.
Thank you, students. Once again, I'd just like to congratulate everyone who achieved an award today. Your efforts are amazing. So, on behalf of the students, staff, and guests here today, I would like to say a heartfelt thank you to you, Ms. Sally McCutcheon, for being our special guest for this ceremony. Personally, as a senior, I appreciated your emphasis on the importance of following your passions and the value of our varied life experiences and how they'll aid us no matter where life takes us in the future. We appreciate the efforts you have made whilst at the school and the wonderful opportunities that you have opened up since your departure from Townsville Grammar. And Mr. Barrett tells us that he has extensively researched through your school yearbooks. On behalf of all of us here, please could you accept this gift as a token of our appreciation.
Could the school now please stand for the singing of the school song? Thank you. Thank you. That concludes the ceremony. Could the school please remain standing for the departure of the official party? I'd now like to invite our parents and special award winners to make your way to the senior school quad for some light refreshments. Students, you'll be